Hello, the Mad Magi here, and today I'm going to introduce this series of videos. Now, I have already posted a video to Sparrows for some stuff that they had done for me in a Locksport event, and I do thank them very much. This video and this series of videos is really about my entry into the Locksport community. And what I don't want to really do is repeat videos from other people. There's been a lot of great videos out there, and I recommend that you go out and you look for them. Bosnian Bill, Waduk 2, DR Bent, Kokomo Lock, and there's many others that I'm sure I'm forgetting. My videos are going to have a slightly different angle. When you go out and you look at most of these other video sets out there, they're all experts in lockpicking, and they're very good. And you learn a lot. And some of them have some introduction videos and some training videos, but for the most part, it's all they know how to do this very well. In my case, what I want to do is take you through my journey, and my journey is a relatively new journey. And we're going to go through and learn some of the same things that I do, and so I'm hoping that it gives you just a little of a different angle on how lockpicking works. Now, as introduction to the sport, I want to talk a little bit about what got me into it and some things that you need to know about it. I actually got into Locksport because of my doctor. My doctor recommended I get into a sport that exercised my hands, and through some Google searching and such, I came across this and I was hooked. One of the things that you really need to be aware of is the legality of this sport. In reality, in the United States, and that's the only place I can really talk about, or talk from experience to be more accurate, the legality of lockpicking is a gray area in the law. Most states don't have any rigid rules for what a locksmith needs to be, and that's what the Locksport community takes advantage of this. The other aspect is that if you're lockpicking at home and you're not going out anywhere with the tools, there's really nothing wrong with doing that. Again, you need to check your local laws. The issue actually comes that if you were stopped at a traffic light or something speeding, and you were discovered with lock-picking tools in your car, it becomes the police officer's discretion whether those are burglary tools or whether those are tools for a business that is allowed to have lock-picking tools, or for a reason. Let's put it that way. And if the officer decides they're burglary tools, it will be up to you to prove that they're not, and that really becomes the crux of the issue. There are multiple ways of dealing with that. I'd recommend that you check with your local authorities and come to your own decisions about how to deal with that yourself. There are a lot of people that do this out of their homes. They never take the stuff anywhere, and again, I don't personally see any reason that would be a problem, and I've seen lots of other references where that's something that you can do without any issues. I personally do take my stuff with me to my main work, and I also use them to demo to other people how Locksport works. So one of the things we're going to do with these videos is we're going to cover some of the fun things about lockpicking and some of the other things. So I want to start out with this lock, and this lock actually solidified something I had learned from watching another person, Bosnian Bill. And I have a lot of respect for Bosnian Bill because he really tells things as it is. But I was working on this lock, trying to single pin pick it, and I was able to. I really didn't have any problem single pin picking it. But I actually had a surprise. It was getting so easy to single pin pick, I was starting to wonder if there was other ways I could open this. Now, I focus on single pin picking, and I'll talk about that in one of my other videos, but I started wondering if I could just put a pick in this thing upside down, rock it, and see if it would open, and sure enough, that's all it took. In fact, I would bet a toothpick could open up this lock. It really is that simple. It's clearly locked. Put a little tension on it. I put this pick in upside down. I just simply rock it up and down, and it opens. That's an example of how some of the poorest locks out there are. And there are locks like this. That's a sad thing. To me, that's astonishing that a company can sell a product that's that poor and claim that it's there to protect you. That just blows my mind. But, every time I open a lock, there's a rush. I love it. It's great when I open up the lock. And so I wanted to show you that. the other thing to realize, I'm not an expert. I've only been doing this for a couple months. We're going to learn together as we go through this. I will refer to other pickers. I have no problem with you going out and watching other channels. I would ask that you please subscribe to mine. And I'll talk about things that frustrated me when I started, and things that I did that were probably a mistake on my part. For example, I ordered a lot of locks on eBay. And eBay was a great way to get locks. But you can really get yourself put into a pickle if you order on eBay. I ordered a lock on eBay, and to be honest, this lock was on eBay, and it wasn't this one, but it was a gold lock. Don't remember the brand. Didn't have anything here, but I could see the lock and I saw the picture. That's what I saw in my mind. When the lock arrived, this is what I got. Notice it's a slight bit difference in size. So you have to really pay attention to the sizes, because a photo can really be misleading on eBay. Another thing I found is when looking at locks, make sure you can see the key. Because if you can't see the key, you may not tell what kind of locking mechanism's in it. And if it doesn't have the kind of key that you want, or the kind of locking mechanism you want, you may not want to order it. So you got to be really careful about the key. A couple other things you have to be careful of when you order a lock. Make sure the lock actually says that it has a lock inside of it. Now in this case, I've not had this problem, but I have seen where there's locks out there where they're not the full lock, but they're designed so that you go buy a core and put them in. So make sure your lock has a core inside of it. Make sure the description and the picture are exactly what you're looking for. I've had scenarios where the picture and the description looked okay, and then when I got it, it turned out to be not exactly what I was looking for. And it was they just missed a couple words here or there. It was enough that they weren't lying, but at the same time, I really didn't get a very good deal. The other thing to really watch for is shipping. You'll see a lock for 99 cents that has a $12 shipping. And that $12 shipping is going to cost more than if you went and bought the lock at a local store. So be very careful about that. But you can get really good deals. This is a lock that I bought on eBay. I got it for 99 cents and shipping was included. It's an American lock, master lock, and it works. It's a great lock, and it's even rekeyable. I can pull out the core and put a different core in it, or rekey this core. For 99 cents, that's a great deal. So you can get good deals. You just got to be careful when you read them. Another thing I wanted to point out, sometimes you'll see a picture of a whole pile of locks, but in the description it will say one lock with 2 keys. And what they're doing is they're just showing you that they have a bunch of them. But you don't get that pile of locks. So the picture doesn't always equate exactly what you get. It may be a picture of a bunch of them and you're only going to buy one. Okay, well, this is enough for a first introduction video. I'm at a lot longer than I thought I would be. And next video will be what do you need to get started. Then we'll do one about picks and tension. And finally, we'll talk about locks for starting. And then we'll just get into the meat and start picking locks together. Again, this is The Mad Magi. Thank you for watching, and please subscribe.